Hey guys, so I won't take long. I just decided to do a really quick video. So I actually had an interesting conversation with my therapist, and one of the things she pointed out was self-care, which is one of the biggest things that I've really been focusing on as of late, which is self-care, especially in this process. And believe it or not, aside from doing things like painting your nails, doing your makeup, keeping your hair done, buying smell goods, little things like that, throughout that healing process, especially when you're recovering from trauma, I've learned that one of the most important things in this process is learning to forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself is very important throughout this process. I had to learn to forgive myself for the versions of myself that I created as a means of protection. So, protection for me meant pushing a lot of people away. It meant being afraid to get close, opening my heart to people, trusting people, even. Um, it's rough. And I had to really give myself a pat on the back for it. And not only that, I thank God every day for, the process that He's actually taken me through with this. And honestly, I can say that I've been pretty happy, for the most part with this. And of course, along with the things that I've mentioned, I had to learn to forgive myself for younger me. I had to really come to terms with the things that happened instead of sweeping it under the rug. So I had to really learn to say it wasn't your fault. The things that happened was not your fault. You did not have any way of changing the outcome of that. But you do have control of what you can control, which is your older self. So meanwhile, I've just been trying to clean up a lot of the things that I messed up on, not knowing what I was really doing in the long run. So with that saying, as I've mentioned in one of my previous videos, I've been doing other methods of parenting. So I used to be the one to yell and discipline and things like that. And of course, I still discipline, but I do it in a different way. So when one of my children are upset, when they are sad, when they don't quite understand what's wrong with them, instead of trying to force it out of them, I calmly reassure them to let them know, okay, I know that you're upset. Whenever you can manage to try to put it into words, I can help. And it's been great. And I can say that with this new method of parenting, I've been yielding much better results. My 12-year-old son at one point could not figure out certain things in school. And I am now happy to say that my son now has straight A's. My daughter, the same, even though she's always been an overachiever. But they feel comfortable enough to talk to me about things that really bother them. They feel comfortable enough to come to me about things that they can't quite comprehend or understand. And of course, I do my best, even in this process, to understand them. And of course, with going this method, it also helps them because once they get older, into high school, and come across different things of peer pressure, I want them to be comfortable enough to come to me. And with going through this process, it's actually helping me and them. And I am proud enough to say that every day I grow with my kids because I am learning different ways. I'm doing away with ways that served no purpose. There's no, I'm the mother, you're the child. It's okay, baby, what's bothering you? What can I do to help you with this problem? What do you need from me so that we can solve this? And it's going to be really interesting to see just how much more I really learn and absorb through this process. Like I said, I've had to learn to forgive me. I had to forgive the people who've hurt me, people who've had a hand in hurting me. Even situations that were outside of my control and situations that were inside of my control. And I've also learned accountability. So I had to take accountability for the things that I can control. And of course, take accountability for my part in things, even if I had nothing to do with the outcome. And I could say that's the biggest flex I have in this. So I can say it's yielded better results. So aside from doing that too, I've been trying to do at least one good deed a day. It makes me feel better because when I pray, when I meditate on the word, when I just sit, just to be in that presence, one of the things that I do is humble myself, because I try to remember at some point in time, I didn't have it all together. At some point in time, I myself fallen short and messed up. So I try to do at least one good deed a day. It doesn't matter big or small. As long as I get that one good deed done, I can go to bed at night happy. One of the most important things, I have really been working on controlling my tongue. Because in this process, there was a point in time before I even began that I just did not speak my mind. I swallowed my words, everything. Now, if something bothers me, I make it known. I open my mouth like that. I play no games. But I'm learning how to balance that. So when I have a moment where I want to say some very unsavory words, or when I want to step outside of my character and the growth that I'm getting into, I've been learning to take a step back, take a deep breath, and say bless you with a smile. And just by using bless you, it has made a world of difference. I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect. I still have my moments where I step outside of my character. And at first I was really beating myself up for that. But I really sat back and I said, you know what? It's all right. God forgives me. And then I said, Danielle, you forgot. In the Bible, Jesus flipped tables too. And I just remembered about savage Jesus. And I said, well, he flipped tables too. You are okay. I promise you're fine. But other than that, this is just my really quick update. I am glad to be making this video. I haven't been uploading as much, so I want to try to do more. So I'll be getting to that. And of course, if you feel like there's a lot going on in your mind and you can't shake it, please go seek professional help. A therapist is always great. Even the emergency national suicide lines are good. Um, and I'll do my best to even upload more resources when it comes to these things. But I am not doing this for medical purposes. I am doing this as just a little bit of a way to help others. But other than that, good night.